Mike.
Congressman, what, if anything, do you think Donald Trump or Ted Cruz could learn if they walked around the Mall of America on a Friday night or a Saturday afternoon?
Well, a whole lot of hijabis,
yeah.
you know, women wearing hijab. They'd see regular, you know, they'd see white people, they'd see black, they'd see the whole tapestry of America. I'd like to walk them around Cedar Riverside, which is that so-called Muslim neighborhood that he's so scared of and wants to surveil. Because what he'd see is tremendous hospitality. People would offer him sambusas, they'd offer him chai tea, and they'd engage him as an elected public official. Ask him great questions. Would have nothing to do with Islam. They'd be asking them about early childhood education and how they're going to get their kids through college. So that's really the experiences that they need. But this is not about ignorance. Ted Cruz and Donald Trump are very smart people. This is about electioneering. This is about them exploiting the ignorance of other people. And so that's the real sad, cynical side of this. They know better.
Yeah.
But they don't want to do better because they think it's going to help them in an election.
Sure they do. Liz.
Congressman, do you see a difference in the tenor about American-Muslim relations from, say, 2005, 2006, towards the end of the Bush administration?
Yes, it's getting worse. I mean, remember, George Bush, days after 9/11, stood in a mosque and stood with Americans and said, look, you know, Islam is not the problem. This is homicidal maniacs who are using the veneer of religion to justify horrible acts. He was clear on it. He was right then. He's right now. It's really, what's strange is how you've seen this anti-Muslim thing sort of insinuate itself into so much of American conservative politics. Ted Cruz, for example, has a guy named Frank Gaffney as a top staffer. This guy is the moral equivalent of David Duke. According to the Southern Poverty Law Center, he is a hate monger. I mean, the people who study this and catalog this will tell you about the staffers that Cruz has created it at the very top echelons of his campaign. These things kind of run with the political cycle. If you notice, 2 years ago, Herman Cain was doing it, Newt Gingrich was doing it, Alan West in Congress was doing it, and it kind of just dovetails with the political cycle.
Congressman Keith Ellison, thank you so much for being on the show this morning. And along these lines, check out Joe's column in the Washington Post on this topic. It's entitled Ted Cruz's Harebrained Harmful Policy Toward American Muslims. It's really good. You can read an excerpt. We read our